our final topic today is the Amazon Sidewalk project going live.
Correct. June 8th. So as we're recording this, it's the 7th. June 8th, Amazon smart devices, which include the Echo and Ring devices, will automatically, so this is an opt-in option, will automatically be integrated into the Amazon Sidewalk wireless mesh service. If you own an Amazon device, you will automatically be opted in unless you go into the Alexa or Ring apps and change some settings. So the idea behind the Amazon Sidewalk wireless mesh service is a good idea. What Amazon is saying is that if you've got spotty wireless coverage, or if something happens to your wireless coverage, that being able to mesh wirelessly with, say, your neighbor's Alexa or Ring device and getting a good signal from them will allow you to reconnect to your device easier. Well, that's true, and that's a great idea. It is also some of the things that they're going to use this mesh network with are for tracking various Amazon devices. So if you've got something attached to your dog or the backpack of your kid, you'll be able to see the path that they're going. It reminds me of a cartoon I saw as a kid where the guy gets off the school bus and he's going to go right home, and then you see the track, and he literally covers the entire neighborhood first, jogs to the dog next door, jumps in the mud puddle, goes and looks for frogs in the creek, does all of those things, and then finally gets home and the mother's going, "Where have you been?" "I came straight home."
Yeah, right.
He didn't. So we've got a whole list of Ring and Alexa devices that are going to be opted into this Sidewalk wireless mesh service, and how to get to the settings to opt out of it. They do say that they are limiting the amount of bandwidth that could be consumed to 80 kilobits per second or 500 megabytes, whichever comes first. But the fact that a wireless device from elsewhere that is not yours is connecting to an Alexa or Ring device, and then from there across your wireless network, across your internet connection, across your network, and out your firewall, just makes security people apprehensive and a little scared.
I would use the word cringe.
Yes. Amazon does say that they are encrypting it and they are trying to anonymize it and all of that, but best laid plans of mice and men. There seems to be a lot of interest in, well, they say it's encrypted, but what kind of information can you glean? At the very least, if you are walking down the street with one of those tiles for tracking, they will at the very least be able to figure out who your neighbors are. And that could be information that is going to be used for advertising. Oh, your neighbor 2 blocks down has got an Alexa device and a Ring floodlight cam, and they also bought this. You might be interested in knowing this, that people in your area also bought this. Oh, you got a security camera? Well, why don't you have a motion sensor too? Your neighbor just bought one because of some security concerns.
Yeah, it's a slippery slope, and especially with people working from home, from a personal perspective, what you do with your own internet connection is what you do with your own internet connection. However, if you're also working from home and potentially opening up an issue for your employer, then that is a concern as well. This underscores why, if you have a wireless network in your office or at home, you should have it separate from the rest of your network. so that things like this don't impact it. And I know that you underscored that a while ago with in the office, if you have somebody walk in and you have guest Wi-Fi, that is not part of your regular network. So somebody can't walk in and necessarily hack you. And well, it'll be interesting to see. I think if people are paying attention, I would imagine that Amazon is advertising this. I don't use any of their products, so I can't really say what they're doing, but this is one to pay attention to and think hard about if this is something that you want. Like, I can understand the altruistic reasons behind it. It's like, just share it, make life easier for everybody. But at the same time, are you opening yourself up to some serious security holes? Never mind the amount of information that Amazon is gleaning about people in your neighborhood, and then sharing it.
Yes.
Big data is getting interesting.
A lot of the wireless devices, like the Amazon tablets, well, there's Amazon tablets specifically for kids. They have a wonderful package of learning utilities and programs on them, but they're a wireless device, so I can see kids, in the early grades wanting to take it to school so that they can continue to use that. And now as they're traveling back and forth, on the plus side, you might have a way of tracking those devices and where they are, but on the con side, Amazon is also tracking them.
Didn't they, maybe it was with Ring or a competitor, but I remember seeing, this goes back a couple of years, where they wanted to mesh all these cameras together so that if somebody, say, robbed house A, as they walked through the neighborhood, they were basically being monitored all the way through. Does that ring a bell?
It does,
Pardon the
yeah. Ring already has that. It's all of the Ring devices, Ring doorbells in a particular area are automatically part of a local community.
Right.
And the app will warn you, hey, or you can go into the app and say, I saw this person in my neighborhood, and keep on the watch for it. And it'll go out to all of the other people that have a Ring device in that area. So it doesn't really require them to be meshed. It's just they are geo-fenced into an area of various neighborhoods. So the takeaways for Amazon Sidewalk, you can opt out of it. We'll include the instructions for that. Use a wired network wherever possible, or wired devices. It's quick and easy and cheap to put up a wireless security camera, but now it has to be wireless, and your wireless is extending beyond your house. And to get around the problem of devices disconnecting, just deploy better Wi-Fi in your house.
I would imagine with Alexa, there would be an option to do wired as well. Mind you, you're connecting to it Bluetooth or wirelessly.
It uses two different wireless technologies, Wi-Fi for their internet connectivity, and then the mesh is a 900 megahertz wireless technology.
Interesting. Well, again, it's one of those convenience things that may or may not be a good idea. So pay attention and decide if that is the right thing for you to do. Now, I wonder if IT departments, if people are working from home, if they can have a say in what happens at their workers' homes in that regard.
There was an article that said that the US military warned people working from home to remove these always on listening devices from their home office.
Right.
And then they've since rescinded that. But it was a very interesting thing. If you are in your office and you're talking about some super secret private business plan, do you want an always on listening device to hear that, record it, and possibly send it off to the cloud?
That's interesting. It's the wiretap that you know about but don't know about or think about.
The one that you put in yourself.
The one that you put in yourself, yes. Wow.